afternoon, everybody. How are we doing? It's just another installment from the Live Longer Better channel. I am Thor, Biz Page Pro Thor, Thor Zine, some of my friends call me. It's interesting, a guy with a name like Thor, you think that it's unique enough so that people would just call me Thor. But in fact, I think I've had just about as many or more nicknames than pretty much anybody I know. Anyway, I'm here to bring you another installment of the OG Mandino books. The guy is just incredible. I'm reading Secrets for Success and Happiness. It's just a journal of his, and I read so many books all the time, constantly reading. And, I delivered a message the other day. It was scroll 9. I think I made a flub in the video. I actually said it was scroll 10. That's okay, Another one of those principles in life, if you wait for things to be just absolutely perfect, chances are that they probably, you'll never get anything done. And so, I have chosen a career in sales and marketing and teaching and training and personal development, and it's just incredible. And so I decided that if I'm it's so hard. It's like writing. It's a difficult place to. It's always hard to find the right place to start exactly. I'm in the process of publishing my first book. In fact. It's poems that I've written probably over the last 20 plus years or so, and when you think about you go through the stages of development and learning, and you try to fix or correct or build on the skills that you have, but you try so hard. Some of us, you really try hard to correct the areas that you need the most amount of help, and it's just an incredible principle if you actually focus on your strengths and not on your weaknesses. A vast realm of new opportunities and open doors will come your way and be presented to you. And I am, I want to be a public speaker. That's just what I've always wanted to do. The first day I went to the first hotel presentation, and there were 150 people sitting in the room, and there was a guy standing up there, and the person that invited me, my sponsor, they explained to me that the person in the front of the room is the one that makes all the money, and so of course that's certainly intriguing when you're a young, motivated, soon to become entrepreneur, but what's really important to learn and to take from this is that it even then, from that very first moment, it wasn't about the money. It was about just standing on stage. One of my most favorite classes in high school was speech and debate, and I loved it. And I didn't get to debate much, which is fine because I don't really enjoy arguing. A lot of people out there do, but as you can tell, and a lot of my friends, know me really well, that I can talk, for pretty much great lengths of time and never even breathe. It seems like, and so it's really fun for me. I'm coming out of this shell. I've spent years studying and learning and watching and observing and taking notes, and now it's time for me to break out. I'm going to start cutting some videos. I'm going to make them a little bit longer. Most of the videos I've made have only been 2, 3, 5 minutes, and the presentations that I watch and some of the great leaders and the trainers that I've studied over the years, their presentations last for 30 minutes to an hour, and so I really, it's one of another great lesson in life is if there's something that you want so bad and you want to get really good at it, then start teaching others how to do it, and that along that road you will become you will become better at that particular task or goal or aspiration or dream or endeavor, whatever it may be for you. And so I decided to do some teachings about some great material that I've studied and that I've learned that I really feel has helped change and shape my entire life. So what I'm going to do is I already, as I mentioned just a few days ago, the video prior to this one was Og Mandino, Scroll 9, I Will Act Now. And what's really great is I got some great positive feedback on that video, and so I decided to basically dissect the entire book. I'm going to start from scroll 1. I'm going to work my way through to scroll 10. And, it's really interesting. Something that's great and kind of unique about this book is that I think it's like a 75 or 80 to 1 chance that you'll actually even be able to get through the entire book in the manner that it's prescribed, because you're supposed to read one scroll 3 times each day for 30 days before you move on to the next scroll. And I'm already kind of going into to scroll number 1. What this is doing is it's creating a new habit. It's developing a new pattern for you in your life, and it's you're programming yourself in essence. And if that's not something that you're comfortable with, then please, by all means, don't plug into any type of a system that would make you become a better person, or a more contributory member of society, right? I have just chosen to teach, and it's interesting enough. They say success leaves clues and all of these things, and it's really interesting because some of the greatest and the smartest and the most successful people who have had the hardest time getting to where they are, it's like, I heard a guy the other day say he's a 13-year overnight success. And, it's like the founder of Domino's. That guy's a 20-year overnight success. I mean, you can do the research. It's an incredible story about perseverance and enduring all obstacles, no matter what is thrown your way, to see your dream through to fruition. And so, it takes, leaders are readers, and they're also writers. And what's incredible is that there are so many people out there who have been through what you are going through, and what I have been through and I'm still going through, and what your children and your partners and your significant others and people that you, as the generations continue, people will continue to go through these struggles. And all along the way, there are people that are willing to write books and give seminars and coach and train and teach and develop and give what they've learned, so that it isn't quite as difficult for people along their own path and their own journey. And so I come back to the programming. I know I kind of went off on a little tangent there. I tend to do that. And you'll see that from some of my videos. As I said, I'm breaking out a little bit, and I'm bringing you a little bit more of who I am and what it is that I'm trying to accomplish with these videos and these trainings. And so the scroll number 1 it's incredible. It's so great. Today I begin a new life, and what that means to me. And of course, I want everyone to understand that what I bring to you is just an interpretation of what the way I see what I read from these books and the message that I got, and it's just an interpretation. If you go out and buy the book, you may certainly have your own interpretation, which is great. I would hope that you do. That proves that you're an individual, but that we're both feeling and seeing and getting the same message. And today I begin a new life. I shall shed my old skin, which hath too long suffered the wounds of failure and the bruises of mediocrity. Or it might be the bruises of failure and the wounds of mediocrity. I think I always mess that one up. But the message is still the same. It's that I can wake up every day. I can choose to give myself something different. I can pick how I'm going to live my day. I don't have to carry the old skin. I don't have to. I can move forward in a positive direction. And it starts with new habits. I'm a product of my habits. At 36 years old, I have become a product of all of the programming that has led me to this point. And if I have bad habits that I want to get rid of, only a habit can subdue another habit. These are things from scroll 1. And so if I decide to do something enough times to where it becomes habit, this is how you develop a new habit. It's through consistency. I mean, I've done videos on consistency. I don't want to get too far off out of scroll 1, but there's so many facets to it and things that you can use and take from it if that's where you're at and that's what you're looking for. And so when you're forming a new habit, it's a way. You do that by way of consistency, and you consistently do something enough times so that it becomes comfortable for you and it becomes easy. And it's just human nature. I'm not the first one, spreading this kind of a message. I mean, scientists have done extensive research on this type of stuff with humans and animals. And if something through enough repetition becomes comfortable and easy, to do, then it kind of becomes fun. You enjoy doing it in most cases, unless it's something horrible, like a really bad job that you just want to be good at. But, that is a whole other topic. It comes back to work ethic, which is something that a lot of people don't have much more of either these days, and that's because of the bad parenting, I think. It's like let the whole social media realm raise my children for me because I don't have time. And so, as I said, that's a whole other topic. I don't want to go off on too many tangents. But essentially, if I'm developing a new habit and I do something consistently enough to where it's a good thing and it becomes a good habit that replaces a bad habit, then this is my will. And I am making this happen. I am choosing to create a better habit and replace the old habit with a new habit. And I don't have to dwell in the past. That's another thing about shedding my old skin. It's like what happened yesterday. I mean, it's such an overly used cliche or phrase or slogan or motto, whatever you want to call it. Some people live by it, but tomorrow is just a mystery, and yesterday is absolutely history, and today is totally a gift, and that's why they call it the present. And if you live in the now, right now, and you don't focus on what's happened or where you're going, I mean, certainly, that's a whole another topic for another video, to make a plan and to work your plan. And I wholeheartedly recommend that, because that will make your life and your journey a lot less difficult. But back to scroll one, it's today I begin a new life because I choose to, because I don't have to think about all of the bad things that have happened to me before in the past. I don't have to. I can if I want, but if I do that, all I'm going to do is crank up the vibration. I said this in my last video about I Will Act Now. It's like those old cartoons. I love it when the magnet turns on and all the forks and knives and sharp instruments fly at the character, right? And essentially that is the law of attraction. That's what you do. You can either crank up the frequency every day and attract great things and great people and livelihood and liveliness and fortitude and friendship and fruition, and all of these things you can invite into your life, but you can't run from them. Or you can choose to wake up every day and dwell in the negativity and the bad decisions that you've made that you cannot go back and change, by the way. You've already been there, and you're here now. You can't go back in time. As far as I know, there is no time machine that functions properly to take me back in time to change a decision. And really, if I could do that, I don't think I would, because every decision that I've made has led me up until this point. And, I don't mean to drone on. I don't make a lot of jokes, I guess. Hopefully this isn't boring material for you. For me, it's obviously a point of passion. It's something I love, I live for, and I want to spread the message. So today, I begin a new life, and you can too, because you choose to. So go out and make today the greatest day of your life. I learned that from one of my great teachers, Dan McCormick. Man, he's been doing the Millionaire Training Call for I think it's like 8 or 9 years now, and every single Saturday, that no matter where he is on the planet, I mean, talk about commitment. It's like that old joke, ham and eggs for breakfast, right? The chicken's involved, but the pig is committed. And you'll meet some people along the way that are really committed. And, like myself, I'm committed to bringing the message. I'm committed to helping in any way that I can. I welcome any and all feedback, comments, questions. If you have a topic that you'd like to see me cover, if I know anything about it, believe me, I will be more than happy to deliver a video with a message for you. And if I don't know anything about it, I'll find some books and I'll go and learn about it, because that's what I'm here for. I love to be involved. I live to participate. That's my new message. I wish more people would just go. If you do one thing today, go and get a dictionary or use your handheld mobile device and dictionary.com, the word participate. And then maybe try to do a little bit of that, because all of you, all of us, we have something to give. We have something to participate, and there's somebody out there that needs it. So, like I said, the message for today, Scroll 1 from Og Mandino, the greatest salesman in the world. And there's also a part 2 to this book. And there's also a book that he wrote, Secrets and Success for Happiness. It's a journal. And the journalized version is the greatest secret in the world. And, I mean, if you go out and look up Og Mandino, that's O-G, second word M as in Mary, A-N as in Nancy, D-I-N as in Nancy, O, Og Mandino, and you go find a book from him and you pick it up and you try to read the scrolls. I've been through the book probably 10 times or more, and it has absolutely changed my life. Today, I begin a new life, and you can too. So go out and begin a new life today. Make today the greatest day of your life, and we'll talk to you again soon. Thor, signing off.